Yes, throughout the series we've been able to talk to stars about aspects of their lives and interests that they've never spoken about before. The same applies to our next guest. Please welcome Lulu! Everybody says the same thing to you, Lulu. Every time I see you, you look younger.
You see, those fat cheeks have stood me in good stead.
Cheekbones they are, not fat cheeks.
Well, when I was, when I was younger, it was wee fat cheeks.
How many years in show business have you been?
Whoa, I think it must be 35, 36, something like that.
Because you were very young when you started.
15,
right.
Yeah.
That must have been huge fun.
It was a lot of fun. Incredible amount. I mean, half of the time I was nervous and sort of overwhelmed by all the stuff that was going on, and then the other half of the time I was just out of my mind, you know, in bliss, because I was working with the Beatles and the Rolling Stones, and, you know, I was a teenager. I was like every other teenager in the country, in the world, maybe, you know. I had pictures of those guys up on my walls in my bedroom, you know.
And did you... I imagine it would be tempting to think, as it came so instantly, this huge success, well, I mean, this must be what it's like. Whereas, in fact, looking back, I suppose, it was the most miraculous set of opportunities that you made the most of. And
I think I really didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't think I had any time to process what was happening to me. And I couldn't be detached or able to look at myself, you know, objectively. I was in the midst of it, and it was a bit of a whirlwind, and that's part of the thing that was a little bit scary, you know.
You had your own show for years and years and years, and
television.
Then you opted out of television.
Yeah.
Also for some time, didn't you?
Yeah, many years.
Now, is that because you burned out? Did you feel that you'd lost that pleasure in it?
I think I was on for so long, and it looked to me like I was doing the same thing over and over and over again. Yeah. And I needed to step back. I needed to remove myself from that platform and, you know, do something different.
Is that why you also have done acting?
Yeah, I dabbled in acting too because of that, yeah, probably. Yeah. Although I started acting when I was 17. I mean, I'm not really an actress. I've done little bits here and there. Yeah. And I got a marvellous opportunity to be in the film with Sidney Poitier.
That was To Serve With Love.
And I was only 16, right?
Yes.
So then I've done a little bit more. But yes, when I stopped doing my own television series, per se, on the Saturday night slot, I decided to go into the theatre, and Jordan was young. I was, you know, sort of a bit of a mother and a housewife, more than I was a performer. Although I performed at home too. I would sing at home a lot. I never shut up. I'm always singing. Even when you weren't appearing on television, you were at home? Always singing, always. I mean, my father, when I was little, used to get sick of the sound of my voice. Well, you know, shut up, he'd say, and I'd go, no. I just loved it, and I think that's probably why I started so young. And maybe that's why I'm still doing it, you know.
Let's talk for a moment about the charity you want to talk about here.
Yes.
Right. A little charity.
Yeah, what attracted me to Hope, it's a small charity. It's the kind of charity where we see Bob Parsons, there's a man over there. Bob was left some money, and his friend said, you know, you should give this to disadvantaged kids and help them. And he watched a lot of large charities do a marvelous work, and then they would leave, and there would be stuff left to be done. And that's where Hope steps in. Hope steps in and continues the project.
Have you seen any of their projects?
I actually went to a very sweet, in a prison in England, there's this care sort of centre where they come, the visitors, the visitor centre, where the parents who have to travel from the other end of the country with their little babies, with their children. And you know what it's like, any mother knows what it's like. It's a nightmare with kids. They get tired, you know, they have to keep them busy. Well, Hope supplies the furniture, the toys, and you know, and they get bacon sandwiches, and they have food.
That's for children, say, visiting a father in prison.
Father
yes.
Or relations in prison. Yeah. And then, of course, this year there's 235 underprivileged children going to be taken to the Hackney Empire to see Mother Goose. That's two small projects here. Then there's projects in Sri Lanka where, you know, there are, because of the landmines, there's a lot of children who've had their limbs blown off. And so Hope provide prosthetics for these children made by handicapped people who then have a skill and who are able to make a living.
Why do you want to get involved with a charity?
This one, because it's small, I feel like I can get in on the ground level and have some hands-on experience, because 36 years in this business, what happened with me was, over the years, a lot of charities would come and ask me if I would put my name to their charity, just my name. You don't have to do very much. It would really help us. And you know, I've been given so much in my life that I want to try to give back in as many ways as possible. But I would do this over a long period of time. And then I noticed about 12, 15 years ago, my name was on so many charities, and I really didn't do anything. And I felt a lot of shame. And I said, I have to take my name off if I can't actually get involved. I can't just let you use my name. And everybody was, you know, very respectful of that.
Well, if anyone's interested at home in learning more, we've got a fact sheet. You can get one of these. We'll tell you how to get hold of a fact sheet at the end of the show. And you're going to sing your song for us at the end of the show. But in the meantime, thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Lulu. Well, feeling as I do, incredibly relaxed, I hope you feel equally relaxed at home. Let's have some music. It's Lulu with a song she wrote called Angel Is Here.
They say there's a state of heaven somewhere way beyond the clouds. I know there's a piece of heaven in every little thing that you do. 'Cause every time you walk in the room, my angel is here. My angel is here. Lying, saying I ain't lonely, crying when no one sees my tears. I'm dying whenever love disowned me. Each night I pray for help to get through. But when I felt you near me, I knew my angel was here. Oh, my angel is here. And when I'm lost, tell me who will find me. Who is there whenever I call? Whenever I call. Show me the way to the strength that's inside me. Pick me up whenever I fall. Oh, don't let me fall. You say love has no conditions. Each soul is free to come and go. Stay strong. I don't need permission. Paradise is waiting for me. And every time I hear my heart speak, my angel is here. Oh, my angel is here. Oh, oh, won't you come on, angel? Make my heart sing out. Oh, oh, won't you come on, angel? Make my heart sing out.
That yourself, yes?
Wrote that with my brother Billy, yeah.
Absolutely gorgeous song.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you for that. Sadly, that brings us to the end of the show and the end of the series.
Thank you for joining us and for all the ideas and stories you've given us.
We're going to leave you with some memorable moments from the series, but just before we go, do remember to look out for our giving trees, which are in shopping centres all over the country, because they will be your chance to make a difference to children living in refuges. From everyone here, happy Christmas, or as Lulu would say, have a good hug. How would you say it?
I'll just have a rare tear at hug me, okay?
All right. Happy Christmas, goodbye.
Bye.
To order a copy of this week's fact sheet, please call 0906 80 20 888.